In the current environment, there are a lot of companies that are thriving while others are just merely surviving. The surviving companies are filled with talented sales reps, but at the end of the day, this is a buyer's market. So inevitably, those talented sales reps are moving towards the thriving companies. So my question to you is, how are you handling this buyer's market? How are you selecting your sales team? What kind of questions are you asking in your interviews to make sure you're hiring the best fit for your company? Hi, I'm Jennifer Baxavanis. I help sales teams and individuals with sales roles increase their closing rates. In the past videos, I've talked about how you could train your sales team towards success. But in this video, we want to talk about choices. Do you know who is the best choice? Well, it's all in the interview process. When looking for a new sales rep, you're probably asking the candidates the standard interview questions, and that's okay. But in this market, okay is not enough. That's why in this video, I'll share 4 alternative interview questions to make sure your next hire is the best candidate for your company. These questions are designed to give you another angle that will reveal some essential qualities to your sales team's newest member that you may not have thought of. If you're a hiring manager, my suggestion to you is to incorporate these 4 questions into your interview process. I guarantee they will help you find the ideal sales rep you are looking for. And if you're a sales executive, analyze these questions and think about the answers you'd give for each one of them. Review how close you are to being the ideal B2B sales candidate and work your way towards that goal. So let's begin with the questions and the rationale behind them. The first question I will share with you has to do with winners. You want to hire a winner, right? Someone who cares about results. That's great. But be careful, because you don't want to hire someone who's willing to win at all costs. As much potential as that person could have, they could end up ruining your company's reputation or even burning your customers. An ethical outlook goes in tandem with a winning attitude. This perfect candidate comes with sound principles and values. It's someone who understands that winning is everything, but not at all costs. So a winner salesperson is someone with a fluid and open mind. This gives them the ability to adapt and succeed even in the most challenging times. What will they do when they are about to win a deal and the buyer asks for a big discount? What will they do when the buyer wants added services for no extra costs? So now, how do you know you found the right person with the right attitude? Ask them the following. Tell me when you last used your initiative or creativity to get a positive result in a difficult situation. What was the holdup and how did you overcome it? Their answer will show whether they have an open mind that allows them to adapt and turn problems into opportunities. The second question is all about enthusiasm. Enthusiasm is one of the most beautiful words in the English language. It means interest, enjoyment, eagerness, and passion. All qualities you want in a sales team member. An enthusiastic employee won't just be up for the task. They'll be preparing themselves for the upcoming tasks. They'll be constantly honing their skills, learning new techniques, sharpening sales strategies, and enhancing their interpersonal abilities. They will be the one asking you for more sales training, so watch out. On top of it, enthusiasm is contagious. One single person with a positive attitude can change the atmosphere and the mood in a whole room full of people. Now, how do we find this salesperson? Well, in the interview, ask the candidate, what's the best idea you've adopted or the skill you've learned most recently? And what impact has it had on your life and on the people around you? Their answer will show whether they're someone who looks forward to growth and improvement and is willing to try new things. The third question highlights perfection. You're looking for the perfect candidate, right? Well, as the phrase says, Perfection is in the eye of the beholder, and in this case, the beholder is your candidate. So what do they see as perfection? You want someone who strives for perfection, but not at all costs. You don't want them missing other opportunities just because they're too focused on trying to make every detail perfect. You want a creative thinker, not an overthinker. So how do you find someone like this? Present your candidate with the following situation. The deadline is approaching, but you're not 100% ready to present, pitch, or sell. Do you ask to postpone the presentation, or do you go with what you've got, even though you know it's not yet perfect? It's a tricky question, and your candidate will probably hesitate before answering, but their answer will prove whether they're willing to risk everything, unless it's perfect, or they're able to adapt to the circumstances and overcome the obstacles. The last and fourth question focuses on the ideal team player. The best sales candidate is someone that not only brings the most to the team, but also brings the most out of it. So the perfect candidate will achieve their own targets while helping others. For someone who understands this, they will be a collaborator, highly supportive of their colleagues, and always be willing to help, while also being able to seek assistance from them when they need it. So how can you find this out? During the interview, include the question, what role or position do you play on a team? And how does it impact the team's performance? The answer will make the difference between an enthusiastic and a narcissistic person very clear. Adding these 4 questions to your list will help you see angles that are just as important as numbers as well as industry experience. I have added a PDF on the link below so you can have a copy of them and use them in your next hiring interview. And if you're a sales rep yourself, I hope this video helps you reflect on your own career so that you can excel at your next job interview. What is your opinion on job interviews and recruitments for a sales role? Do you have any experience that you want to share? Please leave them in the comments down below, as we'd love to hear all about them. If you enjoyed this video, head over to my blog to learn how to make the most of your sales training opportunities, along with many other tips, tricks, and thoughts on how to improve your sales. And if you're thinking of hiring a sales coach and need some ideas for that type of interview, check out my latest video, How to Hire the Best Sales Coach. All the links I spoke about are in the description below. Thank you. I'm Jennifer Baxavanis. Stay strong and happy selling.